Hi everyone! 안녕하세요. This is Miss Ginny Shim again. Today we're going to learn Korean vowels. Do you know how many vowels are in the English alphabet? I'm sure you got that correct. There are 5 vowels in the English alphabet. They are A, E, I, O, and U. How do the vowels differ from consonants? Vowels can be pronounced by themselves. Same is true in Korean. We know that we need to have vowels and consonants to make a word. For example, the word Korean has 3 vowels, O, E, and A. The consonants are K, R, and N. Those 3 vowels and 3 consonants put together to make a word, Korean. Same is true for Korean. But before it becomes a word, Korean needs to have a letter. For example, the word 한국어 is a word meaning the Korean language, and it has 3 letters, and each letter consists of consonants and vowels. Here's another example. See, 안녕. This is used as a greeting, and it's a word. And this word has 2 letters, and each letter consists of consonants and vowels. Now, getting to the point, let's study the vowels. There are 10 basic vowels. Each vowel can be pronounced, like I said earlier. Those 10 vowels are A, Ya, O, Yo, O, Yo, U, 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 E. Do they look confusing? No worries. Basically, those vowels have only 3 components: a long vertical line, a long horizontal line, and a small line, either vertical or horizontal. Using those 3 lines, we can make a combination. First of all, let's put a long vertical line. This is pronounced E. If you lead this line horizontally, it becomes like this, and it's pronounced U. There's no exactly the same pronunciation in English, so this may not be easy to pronounce. Let's practice. Repeat after me. U. Let's practice the 2 together. E. U. One more time. E. U. Pretty easy, huh? Now we're going to use long lines and a small line. First of all, using a small horizontal line, I will put it in the middle of the vertical line. I have 2 options, left or right. So if you put a small horizontal line to the right of the vertical line, it becomes A. Once again, a long vertical line and a small horizontal line to the right of the line. It is A. Now, I'm going to put the small horizontal line to the left of the long vertical line. It is like this, and pronounced aw. So depending on where you put the small line to the vertical line, it is either A or aw. A or aw. Pretty simple, right? Now we're going to use a horizontal line. I already mentioned that just the horizontal line is pronounced U. Now we can put a small line. When we put a small line, this time the small line should be vertical so that the 2 lines can be connected. When we connect the small line to the horizontal line, it can be either on the top of the horizontal line or below the horizontal line. If you put the small one on the top of the horizontal line, it becomes O, and it's pronounced O. Repeat after me. O. Good. Then we're going to put the small line to the bottom of the horizontal line. Then it becomes, and it is pronounced U. U. Repeat after me. U. Good. Now, using those two together, let's practice to write and read. Here's the horizontal line and small one on top. Then it is O. Repeat after me. O. Here's the horizontal line and a small line below it. Then it is. Repeat after me. U. Now let's do the two together. O. U. O. U. O. U. So far, we have simple vertical line and horizontal line, E and U. Then we have A and O, when you have a small line to the right or left of the vertical line, A or O. Then we have O and U, when you have a small line to the top or bottom of the horizontal line, A, O, U, U. Now we're going to use two small lines instead of just one. A has only one small line attached to the right of the vertical line, but instead of one, I'm going to put two. Then it becomes ya, and it's pronounced ya. Compare the two sounds. A, ya. What did you notice? Ya is a combination of E and A, like E-a, 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 ya, ya, ya. So it eventually becomes ya. So instead of two syllables, try to have only one syllable for ya. It is ya. Same thing for O. Instead of one single small line to the left of E, use two. Then it becomes ya, and is pronounced ya. Same thing for the rule of pronunciation. This is a combination of E and O, and it eventually becomes E-O, 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 ya, ya. So let's practice ya and ya. Repeat after me. Ya, ya. What do you think will happen to O and U? Now you have an idea that the same thing will happen. Instead of one small line to the top of U, use two lines. Then it's the combination of E and O, and it's pronounced yo. Repeat after me. Yo. Same thing for U. I'm going to use one more to U, then it becomes you. See the difference between U and you. U and you. So when you use two small lines instead of one, E sound is added to the vowel that uses only one small line. A, ya, O, ya, O, yo, U, you. Therefore, there are only 10 basic vowels. A, ya, O, ya, O, yo, U, you, E. As long as you know the logic, it should be simple and easy to read and write. In fact, the inventor of the Korean alphabet, King Sejong the Great, used the philosophy that was popular in Asia at the time. Those three elements used to make a vowel, a long vertical line, a long horizontal line, and the small line, represent the human, the earth, and the heaven, respectively. In addition, the yin-yang theory was employed to make the vowels. Do you know what the yin-yang theory is? The yin-yang theory is quite popular Asian philosophy that was driven from China. It says that to maintain and form the universe, the harmony and the balance are important. The representatives of the yin are female, night, left, below, dark, and so on. The representatives of the yang are male, day, right, above, right, and so on. Therefore, a and o are considered to be yang, and o and u are considered to be yin. In fact, phonetically, a and o are bright sounds, while o and u has dark sounds. Remember, a and o are yang sounds, and o and u are yin sounds, as these yin-yang theory will be applied always when we conjugate the verbs later on. To summarize this, let's practice the Korean vowels together. First of all, click a button called Korean Vowel Practice to print. Then, cut out the horizontal line, vertical line, and 2 small lines. Use a vertical line and put 1 small line to the right of the vertical line. How do you read it? You got that correct. It is a. Let's put 1 more small line to it. Then it becomes like this. Ya. How do you read it? Right, it is read ya. Don't forget that 1 more small line means E sound is added in front. It is ya. Now start all over. We're going to use the horizontal line and put a small line under the horizontal line. Your shape should be like this. Oo. How do you pronounce it? You got it correct. It is oo. Let's put 1 small line to it. Then it becomes you. How do you read it? Yes, it should be you. Then let's make aw. Aw. How do you make it? I'm sure you got this. Aw. How about yo? I'll give you 10 seconds. It is yo. Did you make yo? I'm sure you did. If you remember the principles and logic behind the Korean vowels, not only will you remember the Korean vowels faster, but you will admire King Sejong the Great more. As one last practice, let's read the 10 basic Korean vowels in order. Repeat after me. A, ya, o, ya, o, yo, u, 유, 으, 이. 여러분 수고하셨어요. 다음 시간에 만나요.